Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about what just happened. So, I'm making this video past January 1st, and for the really gifted spiritual people, and for people of light, and people who are moving closer to God, and people who are becoming the highest version of themselves, they might have discovered that things feel very different around the 1st. So, around the 1st of this month, around January, this doesn't happen like this every single year, but we have entered a very new era. We have entered, if today feels like you just woke up in a different dimension, well, you're correct because you did. And it could be a dimension for worse or a dimension for better, because people without God, people who are around darkness, being impacted by darkness, are being knocked down a notch, unfortunately. For the people who are of God and moving closer to God, and people who are doing the right thing, and people who are beings of light and people of light, you'll notice that you just got leveled up, but it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not. It's not. There's nothing fun about it. So you're going to start noticing people have been switching up. So, like I just said, people just got kicked off the ledge. And I talked about this in my prediction video for 2024. So, the Earth is going like this. These are two blocks. Two, basically, platforms. It was like this by December 31st at midnight when the ball dropped. You woke up and it was like this. Or like this. Or like this. In whatever way. Someone on the highest platform, one section of people, are now like, this is strange. Like, this is not how it was yesterday. And the people down here, they're like angry, but they don't know that it's changed because they didn't see that their platform go up. What am I saying? I'm saying you woke up in a different dimension, in a different reality, because you did. And if it feels like that and you kind of just detected it, then you already had a feeling and you already knew. If you haven't figured it out over the next course of the week, it'll start becoming more apparent, especially after I post this video. But what happened? I'm going to explain all about what happened in this video. Now, as we're getting closer to end times and as the world continues to progress, the vibration of the world is changing very greatly. And as of 2024, I did state in my past videos with predictions, this year's a year of make or break. If you're comfortable, you're not going to be comfortable in a good way or in a bad way. So the biggest thing you'll be able to detect this year, and what my angels have basically helped me uncover, is for most people in this year, you'll just see snakes getting plucked and ripped and slashed and shredded apart. Now, it's a very good thing because this year, if you let snakes stay around you, they're going to bite the hardest, and their venom's going to taint your future. What do I mean by that? So, in the past, if you had a snake around you, and I made videos about this as well, I'm not going to keep saying it, but I made videos about this, and that. Well, if you've never watched any of my previous videos, go watch them, because I talk heavily about this. But now you just stepped in a new era. You stepped in a new light. And for people who are off the right track, and you're watching this video being put on the right track, if you're on the other side of this, because as above, so below, I say that in all my videos now, it's either you're on the platform up here or you're the platform down here. You do have a chance to jump up here, or climb up there, but it's not going to be fun. Like, either way, it's not fun. But that's not how you grow. You don't grow from your comfort zone. So the biggest thing is certain people around you who have been harming your energy or harming your time or harming your space and preventing your growth are going to become freakishly obvious. Those people are going to get very aggressive. They're going to get very irritable around you. They're going to get very hostile around you. You'll have a bad feeling around them. Their energy is no longer going to be welcoming for you or towards you. Why is this happening? It seems like, and this is going to happen to anyone who's on the platform up here. It's because your light used to be it used to be bright, but now it's just like those new high beams they put on the new cars, like the new Rolls Royces, right? Like the lights they turn on, and it's like, what in the world? I didn't believe they could. It's like the the YouTube short where the dude has the world's brightest flashlight, and it's just like blinding people, and people are like, ah! So your light just became obnoxiously bright. And the thing is, if someone thought their light was bright, but they didn't seek to expand it, now it dimmed a little bit because that light takes battery, takes energy to keep going, so you're either going up or you're going down. Now the people who went down on the platform, because that's the easiest way to describe it, it's going to make the most sense if I teach it like that. They're getting blinded by the light, and they're not in the mood to get blinded by your light, and it's going to be offensive. So you'll notice a whole ton of people get flat out irritated and irritable at your light this year. It's like, especially around the first of the month, because we just stepped into this new portal of time. So you're gonna see people switch up. If you haven't already, then you're going to, and you'll just there's two options. You can pray for them, or you can try to help them. But essentially, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink the water. If people decide to not wanting to move closer to God or to benefit themselves, and most importantly, you have to move closer to God. And if you're not, then the enemy can step in. I've made videos about that several times before. But the biggest thing is, for lights that are getting dimmer, they're going to be lashing out, and then, or even if you don't see lashing out, sometimes some of you will not understand why certain people are removed, so it's shown to you. So when it happens, you don't go seeking the person. So another section of people, you might just see the person vanish and disappear, but more likely than not, you'll probably see the people, like, just, it could be someone you see every day or every other day, etc., and things have switched. It's like, that's a new person. It's like, and a keyword, okay, fine. A keyword is the person they'll begin to look older, as I stated in my past videos as well. That's one of the things as well. So if someone just randomly starts looking older to you out of nowhere, that's a key point as well, because it's kind of like the essence of the portal is being revealed. Now things are becoming more obvious. Whew. And this is a very good thing. It might be very shocking. It's not very fun. But what's the rewards of this? And if you stay in your comfort zone, you wouldn't have moved. The person would keep blocking. They'd keep blocking your blessings, because some of you are like, where are my blessings? Well, they're on hold until the person's removed. So the beginning of this year specifically has an energy of revealing snakes to you, because this year the snakes will bite, but if they're not around, let's talk about what happens when the snakes are not around. This year is so packed with blessings and surprises and good news and just happy things. If you had any snake nearby, they take it from you. Energetically, that person would block your blessing, evil eye it, etc. So it's kind of like the creator is marinating and pre-preparing this beautiful thing that's coming your way, but the nasty part of it has to be removed, and the not fun part has to be occurring first for you to really just kind of like, what's going on? So things are getting cleaned up right now. Other forms of things being cleaned up around this time, because 1/1 is a portal. It's not every year it's a portal like this, but this year specifically, 1/1's a portal. So one thing you'll notice is things will get very uncomfortable, strange, weird. You'll notice people acting different. This energy around certain people is off. Certain environments are now just off. It's because the platforms have switched. Astrologically, and because I'm not going to go into astrology about it because there's a lot to talk about there, but the energy has switched, and it's not fun. So don't expect it to be fun. If you're on the other end of the spectrum, it's never too late. Move yourself closer to God. Really check yourself. Find habits that are not good. Cut people off who are bad, because people who are bad, they normally have bad people around them, and you're like in a group chain of energies, okay? So let's talk a little more about the benefits of this happening, because you're like, oh, this stuff's miserable. And also, you might be feeling a little more lonelier than usual at this time, because there's such a big space made that so many blessings are coming into those who are experiencing this, to the point where you're going to start feeling a little bit hollow and empty, because that's just the blessings coming in. At this point in time, like I said, move yourself closer to God, and you won't feel that loneliness as much or at all. Now, this is really important. So, what can you expect for the people watching my video around the 1st of this month, the first of this year, even the first month of January, it's going to be a weird month. This month's going to be weird, but it's setting you up to receive blessings. Like, once you know the pattern of this month, it's weird, awkward, weird. Like, things are just going to be kind of strange, but don't question it. Just thank God that you're in a place of uncomfort, because the blessings that are coming that are so big required you to expand. So that's what the energy of the first of the month is, and the first of this year. This entire month you'll see different kind of weird things happen, but you'll kind of get a peek of some of the blessings that are coming. This is exciting. It's weird, it's strange, and exciting. Some things I would do this month for you guys is to practice grounding, because like I said, the grounds are shifting. The portals are opening. So once this stuff is going on and this stuff is happening and you guys are experiencing it, you're like, what's going on? You just feel you can kind of get knocked down. You can feel hazy. It's like when I said the plateau goes up, it's a new altitude. So when you go to a higher mountain or a higher place, it's like, ooh, what's going on? Like, I don't like this. So practice grounding. Practice moving closer to God. Always find new ways to move closer to the Creator. Move closer to our Savior. Move closer to your angels, to doing good, to self-evaluation, which I taught in my past video. You guys can't remove the steps of the past video, by the way. Just saying that. But the thing is, this is a month of discomfort for what's coming. Let me talk about a few other things you guys will be seeing this month, because how do I know so much about what's going to happen this month? Well, let's just say when we see sunlight, it's 8 hours late. Okay? So this month has already happened in a future timeline. The timeline can switch a little bit, but it's generally the same thing. And if you start to see things not happening, or you start seeing things become the same and nothing's changing, I'm going to have to tell you that staying the same is something the people on the platforms down here are going to crave and see. And essentially, it'll stay the same for a while until this plateau reaches up here and this one down here, and then this one starts getting hot and this one starts getting cool. So people up here are going to be like, oh, okay, finally. Things are calming down. Oh, look at these new blessings. Look at these new gifts opening. Look at these new avenues of prosperity and abundance I have not imagined before. Look at these things that, like, blessings you could not have imagined that would not have come to you if you didn't get uncomfortable. God knows what he's doing when he's giving you something you can't imagine. Sometimes you don't know how to ask for a blessing that's so big because you can't wrap your mind around it. Lean not into our own understanding. Trust in God. Trust in the Lord. Because good things are coming. But the people down here, and one thing I can say this month too, you will see people putting up, some of those people who are getting aggressive, some of the energies in the air that are kind of aggressive, they're fighting. The biggest thing is they're fighting to stay where they are. And you will start seeing people post about, I don't need to do this, that, to grow. You're going to start seeing that. I mean, if you're someone who has a bunch of people posting on your feed, people are going to fight. They're going to fight very, very viciously and hard and aggressively to stay out where they're at, because things are getting uncomfortable for them too. When it goes down, they're going to try to keep things the same. But you'll see people fight growth who are on the platform down here versus the ones up here. The ones up here they move, they dance with the rhythm of the wind. They don't get pushed back by the wind. The people down here, they're waiting for the wind to stop pushing them back, but it's pushing them off the ledge. I hope my analogies are helping you guys. And you really have to be honest with yourself and identify. Are you someone up here? Or are you someone down here? Keep in mind, someone up here, if they're not doing right, they can fall down here. And someone down here, if they climb hard enough, they can get up here. Okay? So, that's another thing as well. You're going to see a lot of people this month fighting growth. Because this portal has occurred. It feels like you woke up in a different dimension, different reality. So you're going to see a lot of irritable, weird, aggressive, just different behaviors of people who are fighting change that's supposed to benefit them. And it's putting them on a worse path away from you. So it's essentially putting them in the darkness, because the light's moving. The light's like this. It's expanding and shining, but it's also going to other lights. But the darkness wasn't here because light was here, but now the light's migrating away. Now those who fought the change and fought the winds, instead of her move with them, are in the dark. and it's not fun. It's not fun for either one, but one sees growth and one sees temporary comfort. So that's a little something you can expect for the month of January. If you felt the portal, because I didn't really talk about the portal that was going to happen. I didn't know if, I knew there was going to be a portal, but I didn't know it would be this big. So what's going to help you guys? So the biggest thing who's going to help the people up here is, I'm going to say it. If you guys can guess it, well, I don't expect people to guess it. The biggest thing that will help you if you're up here is to change your schedule, is to write down your goals, practice different mechanisms, do more self-evaluating, monitor your energy, try to make distance, and let snakes get plucked and pulled, because snakes come in different colors, in different sizes. So there might be a giant snake, and there might be a small snake that you can't really see. The Lord is plucking them left and right, so you don't have to deal with them, but if you're trying to grab the snake that got removed from your garden, then, and don't be surprised when it bites. So don't fight the change, just make new changes as the changes come along, because it's the things that are happening are good this month. I'll talk about what's going to happen next month too, but on to the people who are down here. If you find yourself, if everything I describe in this video indicates that you're here, like I said, you can climb up. It's going to be a lot tougher. It's going to be a lot more harder. It's going to be a lot more changing of habits, changing of thought patterns, realizing that you're not correct and things are not working out for you. Versus people up here, they're like, okay, things are working out for me, but it's getting tough. Or it seemed like a little challenging. It's not necessarily getting tough, but it's getting weird. It's getting like, am I doing things right? Good. That's a good progress check. People down here, move yourself closer to God and keep challenging yourself and changing your thought patterns and ways that actually work and ways of light. If you have any questions, guys, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Hope this video helped you a lot, and stay tuned. Ciao!